Hello again. During this holiday week, we still have a few days ahead of us, so let's not waste any time. As tonight we're drinking this bottle of Burgundy by Antoine Lienhardt, and it's the wine is called Emphase, and it's a collection of several parcels in the Côtes de Nuits, not far from Beaune, that he brings together from really old vines. We're talking 50, 60-year old vines on average, and he makes this wine sort of as the best combination of all the different flavors and the different characteristics of these wines. So Antoine himself is a reasonably young fellow, but he's fourth generation winemaker from the Guillot family, which these people started like in the 19th century making wine in Burgundy, and they're some of the leaders in really bottling their own wine in the village appellation and selling it as their own. So comes from a really long tradition. He and his sister Eloise run the estate now, and they've continued to invest in more modern practices, let's say, meaning natural winemaking, hand grape picking, whole cluster, often 100%, very little addition of other, chemicals or yeast or even sulfur. So it's really the purest expression of the wine itself. Very neutral sort of élevage, so neutral wood, a third in concrete eggs or sandstone eggs, and then they kind of recombine the whole thing after, I think, the élevage is about a year total. So this is a winemaker that's been talked about more and more because of his wines are so good, and every vintage, like the 2021 vintage was incredible, and sort of it's helping raise his profile. And it's sometimes nice to find somebody like that before, like it becomes one of those Burgundy names. And this is something Hanya recommended to me, so I'm very happy and thankful for that. Anyway, so also this is a partial carbonic maceration, so you're going to have the effect really on how the fruit comes through. Looking at the color, this is just a beautiful young Burgundy color. It's vibrant, it's red, it's clear, but it's also deep. There's not a lot of alcohol. It's 12 and change, and so you're just going to have, you're going to expect something fresh. And really on the nose, the fruit just comes right at you. It's just an incredible combination of like sharp red fruits, raspberry, red cherries. Not a lot of that sort of orange peel that you find a lot of Burgundy. This is really, and I was telling Hani, it reminds me of one of those great Beaujolais crus, very intense, but also very fresh and very drinkable. And vibrant, really great acidity, a little bit of fat, which is kind of nice because it adds some structure and some dimension. So a little bit of umami, a little bit of that sort of animal fat notion, but the acidity is just really beautiful. It's not like one of those walls of acidity that you get in these incredible Burgundies that you have to wait for years and hours before you can drink them. But it's also got a lot more character than a lot of these more affordable Burgundies you go out and buy, but you always feel disappointed unless they're from a great maker like this fellow and what he's trying to do. Really hit the sweet spot here in terms, and these wines, I mean, 2018 is a young wine. It was a great year with its own challenges because of hail in July and because sort of a really wet period that in some places they had mildew and they had to worry about it. But anyway, there's always a challenge in Burgundy, as we know, but it was a great vintage. Especially in the hands of somebody like that. Beautiful wine, not super expensive, not always very easy to find in the US, but this is really somebody to look out for. And I think the word is getting around already. Cheers, and see you soon.